Good day to you, and I'm Xander Gray. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the Fit Gardening channel. What's the story, Morning Glory? It's the 2023 edition of Morning Glories, except this time it's Morning Glories and Moonflowers. Good morning, Morning Glory enthusiast. Just kidding. Let's dive into the wonderful world of Morning Glories and Moonflowers. And we're going to start off with Morning Glories. The blooms of Morning Glories are so enchanting, and they vibrantly open up in the morning, and they're really beautiful. If you have a lot of varieties, or some of the more colorful varieties, then the colors can really pop. A fantastic place for Morning Glories or Daturas, which are aka Moonflowers, is your front yard by your mailbox, or in a planting area, or on a trellis, or any great places for the vines to climb. Blue Pacote Morning Glories, which are also called Pacote Blue, but usually just Blue Pacote, are a beautiful, stunning variety. As you know, the last time I planted Morning Glories, they were a deep purple variety. Even though it has blue in the name, and maybe under the right lighting conditions, you can see the blue. It's more of a misnomer to me. It's more of a purple variety. Blue Pacote Morning Glories like soil that's well draining. That's an important consideration to keep in mind as you're planting them. And like all Morning Glory varieties, they love sunlight and will do much, much better in full sun. Morning Glories and Moonflowers add grace and energy to any garden or landscape you can dream of because they have a charm and a magic that's all their own. Morning Glories are relatively easy to grow, and they come in a large range of colors, from whites to your purples, blues, pinks, and reds. Another big benefit of planting Morning Glories is that they do attract pollinators to your garden space, especially with the Morning Glories. It's pretty important to attract the bees, butterflies, and hummingbirds to your garden spaces. So if you're looking to add some magic and positive vibes to your green spaces, Morning Glories are your go-to vines. So happy gardening. Morning Glories do's and don'ts. First, let's start off with the do's. Do use seed starting kits. The Morning Glories and the Moonflowers grow faster with the nutrients in the mix. These mixtures usually have peat moss and sphagnum already included in the mix. Therefore, it's going to help your plants grow stronger and faster and healthier. And alternatively, you could just buy some peat moss and sphagnum and mix it with some potting soil and whatever else you want to mix in there and make your own seed starting mixture. Is always a possibility as well. Do train the vines in the direction that you want them to go in. You're going to have to move the Morning Glories around as the feelers grow out like tentacles. It's going to wrap around just about any other plant. So you're just going to have to train it to stay in the area you want it to be in. The Morning Glories and the Moonflowers are going to just keep with their tentacles, or actually more like tentacles, their tendrils rather, are going to keep feeling out and grabbing hold of just about anything else and all your other plants. So you're going to have to keep training it to go back on the trellis or back in the area that you wanted to go in the windowsill. This is kind of a routine battle area that you'll have to deal with. Do you keep the vines away as much as possible from vegetables in the fall when the moonflower and the morning glory vines are seeding? Do you fertilize both with Miracle Grow or fertilizer, or follow the directions as instructed in the back of whatever fertilizer you are using as to the frequency of fertilizing? But do you do that? Do not plant close to herbs, other garden plants that are edibles, and keep these kinds of vines in their own self-contained area. Do not plant these near pets that are outside all the time in that area, or young children or irresponsible children. You want to keep these in a self-contained area. They are toxic and hazardous to people if they're accidentally ingested. So you just want to keep this in an area all to itself where you can enjoy the beauty, but the seeds aren't going to fall into your garden soil. Moonflowers and morning glories are perennials, but it really depends on how many seeds drop and enough seeds drop in the soil for the next year for them to come back. And I don't want the seed to drop too much. I want to be in control of that. So I'm fine with the seed as long as they're on the vine. I try to get it off the vine as soon as possible and put it somewhere safe where the cats can't get into it. So I just, something to be aware of, and just, it's good to be safe rather than be sorry. Do not overwater. Overwatering the datrias, aka the moonflowers, can result in them dying. Specifically when they're seed, it can result in the seed rotting and getting too wet and dying before it even germinates. So you want to keep the seed out of too much water. Do not overfill the seed kit with water solution. Again, the datrias, those big seeds look like they're impossible to hurt, but too much water will result in the seed rotting and not germinating. Thanks for stopping by and watching. I appreciate it so much. Please don't forget to like the video if you like the content, and to subscribe, as it helps my channel on YouTube's algorithm. And thank you so much again, and have a wonderful day and a wonderful week. And don't forget, keep fit gardening. And don't forget, there are multiple ways to support the channel now. The easiest way is through Get Some Coffee, which is up in my banner. There's a link with the little globe. The second little globe is a link to my PayPal account. And my Cash App cash sign is at the end of the video that you could use with the QR code. But anyway, thank you, and I really appreciate any support. Daddy, the moonvine and the morning glories are taking over. They just well might.